And here again. Welcome back to the one YouTube channel on planet Earth that doesn't beg you to, please subscribe, hit the like button, I'm gonna make my living with this. It ain't gonna happen. Go back to your cubicle farm and play on YouTube and just do your shit. So, it's not in there yet, but we're working on it. A few little tasks that have to be done to get ready to hoist that thing off there and get moving, but we're gonna get right at it and see if we can get somewhere today. Now, getting my flywheel ready to put on there, and you know, it's kind of old and it's kind of got some markies on it, and what a guy does is you take this to a machine shop and they set it up on a thing and they just take a few thousandths off of that and make it just perfect and like new and even across there, so everything works. So that's exactly what I'm about to do. Machining, making new. Yep, we got this. There, brand new. So, the day has arrived. We're pulling her up, getting her off the stand. This trusty engine stand, a friend of mine welded this up for me, gave him $50 for the cost of the steel, and he put this together in 1983. Still going strong. It's a brick shit house. I mean, it holds diesel engines up and stuff. So it's handy. So always trust your investments in automotive equipment. Worth it. Last. Get your money's worth. So we'll undo some bolts. Hopefully this thing won't flip around and do anything in the gear as soon as I loosen it up. Get it off of here and start working on the back end of things. Because I got to put the flywheel on, that spacer plate that I've had right in my way, so I'm tripping over it and I won't forget about it. Yep, all that stuff going on there. Hey, don't do anything weird. It's coming off there. There it is. Boom. Now we got some work back here. I got to try and get that pilot bushing out to put the new one in. There's a trick to doing that has never worked in the history of all car engines, but Andrew told me one other step to take that might make it work. So we're going to try that and see if we can make some progress. It works like this. Here's the new pilot bushing. There's the old one. You know, I almost don't want to start going through this, but there's a teeny tiny bit of wallering out there. I can measure about a couple of thousandths of an inch difference. So I should probably do it right. The clutch kit comes with this. That means I should probably put it in. How do you get this thing out? Well, there's some space behind this, a gap all the way around it. What you do is you pack this hole full of grease. Then you take something that I put down somewhere and I can't find, here it is. Take something that fits right in there. You smack it in, pressurizes that grease, and the hydraulic pressure from the grease behind it pushes outward because you're going in here, it has to go out somewhere, it'll come out this way. So that's the method that I talked about a little bit ago. And so what you do, once you get this, you know, all packed full, all flush, smack that with a hammer. And then the grease shoots out across your shop and gets all over my drum set. this doesn't budge, and you start swearing and put the motor down on the floor, get some beer, and just call it. Just call it. But I have had it work before, and it's always a struggle. But AJ said, you know, and he's done a million motors. He worked at a diesel shop where they're rebuilding equipment and stuff all the time. And he said, put some bread in there. Grease, bread. The bread keeps the grease from migrating back out quick, and it helps you pressurize that and get that thing out. So we're going to try that. I'm going to film it. Yeah, impending disaster. That's all I see right here. But we're going to learn something today, aren't we? Like Stan on South Park. I learned something today. Playing with grease and goobery stuff. So this is going to take a minute to poke this in here because it doesn't want to go in. You feel the air pressure when you start doing this, and I have to kind of work it all in there, fill up the cavity behind there, then we can start pounding. So be right back. Yeah. Now, I'm going to try this. What I'm suspecting, as soon as I start hitting this, I'm going to discover there's air pockets back there, and it's going to sink right in and nothing's going to happen. Repack some more and go from there. But this is on record. Come on, baby, hit. No way. Look at that. It's coming out. First time in the history of my life, something worked the way it was supposed to. Yep, I've struggled with this with just grease before, over and over and over again. And just decided to switch to crochet or something for a hobby. Yeah, I was just like, oh God, what? Little piece of bread. God. It would have been nice if I knew that 40 years ago. Yeah. This is so retarded. Oh God, I can't believe it. Here we go, watch this. Come on, baby, hit. Popping right the hell out of there. Yeah. One more goober, and then I've got a nice greasy lunch. I'm just going with this. This is so fun. Maybe it's because I'm using sourdough. Sourdough bread, that's the key. Oops, don't pound it back in, Steve. I am the master mechanic. I own this shop. This is my domain. Yes. In you go, baby, in you go. Less vibrations and less crap going on. It's going to be all nice and true and happy. Yeah, just about got her home. That thingy, yeah, I'm remembering it. Where's your, oh, there's your home. Now, with this thing slinging around, let's see if I can put a flywheel on there without dropping it on my leg. Okay. And these bolts, it seems like they usually index one way there. Looks like I'm on right there. No, I'm not. You gotta keep moving till all 6 of them line up. This one's off. And so we're gonna be, doggy, no, and that one's off. At some point, these will all line up. Now that one's off. We'll get there, come on now. That's it right there. Now, screw a bunch of bolts on, torque these down. These go to 85 pounds. So, where's my power lube? I want to power lube these a little bit so they're going there real nice. Torque wrench. Now, if you look real closely, you can see that this is not attached to the back of my engine anymore. Why is that? Well, I didn't look at it that close. You see there's teeth and there's teeth and there's teeth. Uh-oh. And then there's not. Yeah. So, I have that. See? You knock the old one off. You get this one cherry hot with a torch. And you put it on there and then it shrinks into place and everything will work perfect. No problem. So I'm here at Andrew's shop so we can see about getting that done. Okay. I'll have to find something to do while that's cooling down. I'll think of something. Just spread right there. Like you're supposed to, glue Loctite.
Well, that one's bread, but it's fine.
Or it won't come out.
It's never come apart.
Let the next guy worry about it.
Right? We're at the Didn't leave my fucking nice ratchet here.
No, I got the old school one now. Craftsman. When it was really Craftsman. Oh, shit. Getting the clutch in here now. Got the flywheel on, of course. Pressure plate in the disc. And my little alignment tool. Got to have that. And I'm trying to see if I can get it so where one of the channels in here is lined exactly straight up. And then when we go to stab it in there and try and get over the splines on the transmission shaft, that we can index that right and get it in there. So, because a lot of times you're fighting with those things and never seem to line up. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna tighten these down, keep this thing all nice and straight, yank the tool out, and we're ready to go up in the air. So let's go, baby. Let's go get her done. Yep. blessed event has arrived. About 10 minutes I'll have this thing up in the air. Enough to get it back around there, and by God, is she gonna fit? Is she gonna fit? Hitting stuff on the floor. Yeah. Come on. Over this way. You might think I'm crazy. All I want is you to go in there. All right, easy there, Magnum. Come back a little bit. Scratch your pretty firewall. Okay, now we got room. Get on down there. One thing I wanted to do, make sure the spline on that transmission shaft is straight up to match my spot there. So let's stop here for a second. I want to check that. To get some tilt this way so I'm up above the motor mounts and then work it back in there. I'm going to try this. It might be a two-man job for wrestling and lowering and yanking, and so it might be to our Andrews back here later today, but I'm going to try it. Well, got kind of close there for a minute. Had it, almost in there, but the problem is that motor mount bolt hits on there, so I gotta twist the motor that way a little bit, wrestle it back on there, try and get the shaft to go into the pilot hole, and possibly move the jack at the same time. And luckily, a Ford FE engine only weighs about 700 pounds, so I'll just kind of, work at it. I'm gonna wait for AJ to get here. My back's starting to go. No, you're not. No, you're not. Well, we're sitting here close. It's gonna take two more hands and wrestling from both ends and all that. It'll be a little while before my son Andrew gets here, so this gives me a chance to catch up on some important detail work around here and some things that need to get done. You always want to make sure things are getting done. So, yeah. Well, looks pretty cleaned up to me. I think we're good. Okay, up, go on the motor. It looks as big as that on the top. Top.
Pretty well right there.
Just walking in the pilot hole.
Yeah, well, it's got a swine still.
Oh, that swine is still.
Go up some more. Still feels like it needs some float. I might need to turn this to get your splines to line up.
We can turn the spline.
If I can get the fucking hand in there.
Well,
We're not gonna hurt nothing.
well, I know that. We can do that. I had the clutch disc, open channel at the top, and
Right.
on that thing, I turned it to where it was, but it's just what it is. But we can turn that if you want. I'll grab one. Did I just break the bar? Did she get in? Did she get? Oh, maybe at home. Right there.
Suck that up just a little bit.
Yep. Is that it?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
man, it's right there.
Yeah.
Looks like
Can we put
come
some
down a little bit with it.
Okay. Come. Any more? Right.
I got it spline now.
Yeah, it's fine. We got that. I'm gonna push this forward to give it a little pressure again.
Let me see down right there. It's gonna be
You need to counterclockwise anymore, maybe like 1/8 of an inch, just barely. It looks like the dowel might be high on the back here.
It feels like it's right there. Let me get some bolts?
Oh, right. Should be them.
It's fighting the pin.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Yep. She's home. Just a little monkeying and messing, and all of a sudden, there she went. So, got the headers set. Now it's a matter of just a bunch of Legos putting stuff together. But it's in its new happy home, and it's gonna work.
$100.
Yeah, man. We'll be making noise pretty soon.
Okay, another bolt. Couple underneath, we'll deal with it when we do the starter.
Yep.
Cinch them all up, that's gonna go.
Bam.
Rest of it's easy shit.
Yep.
Motor mount nuts, are they still up here somewhere?
Somewhere.
Washers.
I think they're in the back, in the bed. So there's this locking gas cap thing that came on the truck. You fight and fight and fight. I've got it undone now to get the thing out of there. There. Got a real gas cap. No screwing around.
Maybe.
Well, that was going to be the end of it, but we ended up getting more beer and continuing. So, starter's in, everything behind the motor's tightened up. Starter's a bitch.
I'm touching. Oh!
What you got?
The spring for the clutch
Uh-huh.
is wrapped around the header down there. That's going to be an interesting feat.
Well then, headers always go right in without a problem. Every time.
So, there's going to be a relocation of a spring.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Safety squints.
Headers always clear stuff.
Okay, fucking
Yeah.
light clear now.
Need some room. Goddamn.
Come on, baby.
So much room in these. It's so nice. Even the under ones are not going to make you hate your life.
I think we're gonna be just fine back there now.
Good. It's clearing all that. linkage. Yeah.
Yep. So, Aaron. Man, they could have done a little better with the alignment, but I'll get her. Loosen those up some.
Get a little slop going.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're sloppy. Can't tell if I'm rubbing the... Yeah, it is hitting. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Is that hitting that mount?
Yeah. Where it gets tight, it hits your motor mount.
Yep. Yep. We can ball peen hammer that bitch.
All beer in. And we can also ding-a-ling because it's right on there. Frame rail. Mark either side of this.
Yep.
We'll ding the motor mount and ding that, and we'll be good to go. It'll be fine.
Cool. Okay, well, AJ went home. We're done for today. We got a lot of stuff done. We've got a motor in a truck. And as everything happens, you got little tiny things you got to do that, you know, you don't see on those shows in 45 minutes when they build an entire Hemi-Cuda and all that bullshit. Yeah, no. But so we got to bang on the header and make some clearance against the motor mount and do this and that and the other thing. But we're at the point now where it's going to be, you know, putting the radiator in and carburetor on and finish up squeezing the headers up. And when this side here gets done, and it's coming together. We're going to be firing this baby up pretty soon. So that's going to be fun because once this is done right there, then I can pull this thing out of the shop and we go on to this one. And I've got a nasty ass 306 built up over here that is going to be going into this car. And so yeah, it's just stuff you keep doing. It's the shop. The shop is a continuum. It just keeps going. You keep doing your stuff. This is love and life right here. This is good stuff. This is what we do. So, we'll see you pretty soon. And we're going to be listening to this thing making a bunch of noise. Open headers firing up in the shop. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. See you guys pretty soon.